Radio Medium is made possible by our sponsors, your hometown lawyers, Kanowski Bresney, Washington Square Realtors, who turned houses into homes, WRWO 94.5 FM, Bet Jordan Productions, and websites for 99 by Damasco Innovations. Plus, many fine individuals contribute their talents to this broadcast. If you'd like to share your message by sponsoring our show, contact us at radiomediumlauralee.com.
Find insight, guidance, and answers. Tune into Spirit with radio medium Laura Lee.
Laura Lee, tuning into Spirit with my special guest, composer harpist Peter Sterling. Wow, love that. And thanks again for coming back for a second part. Love to learn a little bit more or share with our audiences, because I know some of your story about working with angels, which is way out there for a lot of people. Doesn't happen to everybody, but it happened to you. It's happened to me. I would like you to share some of your personal experiences on your time in the rocks in Sedona and how you came to make that connection with the celestial.
Right. Well, Sedona is a magical place. I was called here in 1988, right after the harmonic convergence of 1987, which was the Mayan calendar synchronization. And this is when Sedona really came onto the map. This was before internet, so people started talking about this mystical power spot in the southwest in northern Arizona. And as fate would have it, I met somebody who offered me to come stay at their home on the creek. And the first time I drove down Oak Creek Canyon, I was so struck by the beauty and the power and the majesty of the rocks that it actually brought tears to my eyes. And I had to pull over when I was by Slide Rock. I was looking at these towering formations, and I was sitting there and feeling something, what it felt like. And what I heard in my head was home. It was like, I'm come home. And I realized that I had dreamed of this place. And then when I came into town, I met incredible people and had such an amazing time over the first 3 days. I went back to where I was living in Colorado, packed my bags, and moved to Sedona by myself. And my life just went on a fast track to discover really my mission, who I am. Why am I here? You know? And so being here after a short time, I received a message from my inner voice, told me, release all your material possessions, acquire a Volkswagen van. Spirit's going to guide you, going to lead you, and you're going to discover something really important for your life. And so that's what I did. And for 3 years, I lived in my car, sleeping every night in the canyons, in the silence, meditating, practicing yoga, my breathing, everything we were doing. I was trying to just expand myself as much as I could to see what I would discover. Well, the main thing I was hearing was just sit in the silence and go deep into meditation. There you find what it is you were seeking. So that's what I did. And my meditations got really profound. And I went into really kind of samadhi states of consciousness. But it was when I was in the silence, then I began to hear something very faint. At first, I heard some symphonic music. I thought maybe somebody was in the forest playing some classical music. But then I said, no, that's not it. And as the wind would rustle the leaves and I would hear the little trickling stream, everything was emanating this beautiful music. And then it got louder and louder, and it was so powerful. My inner voice was like, just let the music take you up into the light. So I just closed my eyes. I looked up into the light. And then lo and behold, as I adjusted my inner vision, I could see I was surrounded by a flock of angels. I think there was like 11 or 12 of them. You know, it's kind of common. Chubby cherry babies. And they were playing harps and flutes and violins, just like you see painted on the Sistine Chapel. I was like, oh my God, they're real. And that was like a before and after experience. My life changed in that moment.
You know, that's a real thing. It's called music of the spheres, and the mystics have identified it. So it has happened to a lot of mystics who go into prayer and meditation. So what was that like? Did you feel like you were out of your body, or did it take more than one connection with them before they told you that you were going to be working with the harp?
They were gentle with me because they didn't want to blow my circuits. This was my destiny, and a lot of events fell into place to lead me to that moment in time where this would happen. And then from that point on, they just started guiding me and telling me my mission was to play the harp, and they were going to channel this music. Finally, I thought I was going crazy for a while, and I had to check in with friends. But the angels are so masterful at making synchronicities, creating miracles on your path to let you know, to reassure you that they are there, that they are real. I could not doubt it any longer. And I said, okay, finally, I will do this. And within a week, a harp came into my life and I took it out in the forest and started playing it by ear. And 10 months later, I made my first album that got discovered by a record label. And I signed a contract for worldwide distribution and I won an award that year for Spring Album of the Year. It happened so fast.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
And I said, hey, this is cool. I think I'll roll with this for a while. And 30 years later, I'm still doing it.
And the album is called The Winding Way with Peter Sterling. And where can they find it?
Well, come to harpmagic.com. See my website. Right on the homepage is the new album with the Amazon links, iTunes, and Spotify and all that.
And remember, if you are looking for some guidance, give me a ring too. You can sign up at radiomediumlauralee.com. Love to hear from you.